So folks, we got a few pictures from our garden that we've got our pumpkins going in, and then we're going to show you here on the video how you save your heirloom seeds of okra and your green beans. And then we're going to give a report from the activity that took place from our video last night titled May Day for Food. So me and Benny's going to go ahead and get our stuff put up, our beans and things that we shelled tonight. We're going to go ahead and get those things done and put up in jars. And you know, as soon as we can, we've got to lay them on the paper towels overnight just to make sure we get all the moisture out of them if there are any. And then tomorrow we're gonna put them in our jars and get them ready for our storage to go in our seed collection for next year's plant. So just wanted to give you a brief rundown of what this video was going to contain. We're also going to have a report from Kris, Swiatocho Ministries as well. So folks, here we go. Stay tuned and stay with us. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscription button, give us a thumbs up, give us a comment. That helps beat the algorithms that the Alpha Indigo, you know what that is, AI, is set before us to try to keep things from getting out, because they don't want the truth coming out on what's going on and how to be self-sufficient and that type of thing. So Benny, are you ready to go in? He's ready to go. So folks, this is how you get this okra out. You basically just get a hold of it and open it up on the ends. Start pulling the pods apart. And those seeds, I run them into a 5-gallon bucket. And that's how you do it. And what I'll do here after I get done, see there, got it all opened up, they're all gone. I'll pour all these seeds out into a plate or a pie pan onto a paper towel. And I'll flatten it all out, and then I'll lay another paper towel on just to absorb any moisture that I might have missed. See how they roll in there? Easy to take out. These are heirloom Papa John okra seeds. Thought y'all folks might want to see that. See there? And that's just out of about 15 pods. So folks, this is how I save my seeds. I put them in a container of some sort. I pour them in here so that and that way they can be spread out. That'll be enough for the first layer. I spread them out on a paper towel, and I get another paper towel, lay it in there, row 2. Put it in there, spread these out, get them good and flattened out, and I get another one. This'll, any moisture, this will take care of it. Now that right there is going to be a ton of seeds. And then I'll cover this one with a paper towel. And there's my okra seeds right there. So folks, now we've got our rattlesnake green beans. We're getting ready to shell these beans and put them in something similar to the okra. Paper towels, catch any moisture. We're going to inspect the beans as we shell them. Toss out anything that don't look good that could possibly create some issues for the good seeds. And then we're going to put them in a glass jar and seal them, along with that okra that we just put in that Tupperware piece to suck the moisture out of it, and then we'll be good to go. So when we open these up, we'll show you what these look like. We're going to open them up, and that way you can see. Here's the bean, dried in the hull, ready to go. So we're going to open it up, and it's real easy to open up. And inside of it, you got something that looks like a pinto bean. That's what it looks like. It's got, it kind of looks like got a little marking on it. But that's it right there. So we're just going to toss these beans in here, right on top of them holes. These beans look good. I got 5 out of that one. I'm going to toss the holes in with all the okra holes into the bucket. That way we'll have them ready to go to the trash. Let's get all these in here. Now that was a large amount of okra that we got. And we're going to have quite a few beans here. And I guarantee you, what I've got right here will be plenty of eating for next year. And more seeds next year to save. So we're going to shell a few here. Go ahead and open it up. Now we got a bean right there. Yeah, okay, that one's all right. I thought maybe it was bad. We're getting these. Let's go ahead, and there's a bad one. That one's black. See that? You don't want that in there. So that can go in the trash bucket. Now, if any of these bean holes are white, that means they half runners. Now, I grew them side by side. And so any bean holes that are white will be side by side. And you guessed it, folks. You probably hear it. It's a pouring down rain again. We can't seem to get rid of the rain here. Now, I want you to make sure you saw the previous video. See that there, folks? How them things is laid in there. The previous video was a May Day for food. You folks need to check that video out and watch that about the May Day for food. So we're just going to get all this stuff shelled and get it ready to go for, put in some glass jars, or you can put it in double freezer bag. We'll hear that thunder rolling. Put it in some double freezer bags and stick them in the freezer. But if they're not wet, I won't take up my freezer space. I'll just put them in some jars, and that will be sufficient. So these are looking good here. These are heirlooms, folks. You can't do this with hybrid seeds or genetically modified seeds. They're trying to get rid of these beans. If they can get you to spraying your property and get you to planting Roundup Ready seeds, you'll never be able to plant heirlooms in it for the foreseeable future until the soil rids itself of that Roundup. And that's why these seed companies have teamed up with these pharmaceutical companies that are making the Roundup, and they're changing the DNA in these seeds. Now these right here are half runners, folks. So there's a half runner. We don't want that in there with it. Matter of fact, I don't like the way those seeds even look. See how they black? So by them doing that, the seed DNA has been changed. Roundup has been injected in the seed so that they can spray the fields and kill all the weeds, but it won't hurt the plants that the DNA's been changed of, the bioengineered plant. You see, that one has a coating on it. It feels kind of wet. So we don't want to use that seed. Now that one's fine. But this is it, folks. These are your heirloom seeds. This is what they want to get rid of. This is what they could fly over with a drone and spray and kill these crops. I've been noticing people now are what they call planting gardens in disguise, hiding them in plain sight. People don't know they're there, and they're not telling anybody what they're doing, and they're literally planting crops right in the forest, right in plain sight, and nobody even sees them, which is a good idea. And they can tell you on some of these videos what to plant with it that will be a natural pest control, so that you're not having to use any kind of chemicals whatsoever in your plants. And they're doing, that's a bad one there. They're doing that, and you got these friendly plants to plant in with your garden stuff, and it draws in a certain pest, and it kills off any pest that might attack your garden stuff. And that's what you're going to have to start going to, because it would be very easy for these companies to slip something in, that chemical that would wipe out your genetics on your plants, and you not be able to harvest seeds like this. So it's very important that you take precautions when you're doing this. Now, we've got quite a few pods in here, and we're going to try to get them all shelled, and that way we're going to have plenty. I tell you, these seeds right here, these rattlesnake beans, they produced faster, they grew faster. I got beans off of them faster than the regular heirloom half runners, and I was impressed with them. And I got these seeds, folks, from Melanchthon Creek Farm. If you want to find out a little bit more about Melanchthon Creek Farm, go on YouTube and just type in Melanchthon Creek Farm. I can leave a link in my description. That way you can see his operation over there, and You can see what he's growing. He's got a lot of good stuff going over there. And he built him a greenhouse out of pallets, and he got an irrigation system going over there, and all sorts of things. Got him some rain barrels catching the water and that type thing. Man, wind blowing, folks. Knocked the camera right into my head.
Hi everybody, it's Kris with Swiatocho Ministries, and we are here at our hub with a few workers. There's Pastor Jeff. He's not working too hard, but anyway. And we're so thankful for the shelving. You guys donated some funds to get us some shelving to get all this stuff off the floor. We're working hard. Thank you so much for your continued prayers and support and donations. And hey, you know, if you're interested in maybe helping us out, maybe helping us organize this hub at some point in time in the future, give me a private message, and I would love to talk with you. Thank you. Also, we recently got a bunch of wonderful napkins and some more toilet paper and some paper towels. Those are some of the things that go the quickest. And we thank you. That also we got some pork in a can. Never heard of a pork in a can, but you know what? We need meat products as well, because those are protein and people need those things. So thank you for the cleaning products. Continue to hear from you, messages and texts, and so we thank you so much. My friends from Texas again sent some things. I don't know who you are, but you do. And we had some folks from Pennsylvania as well, so thank you. And we're just going to keep doing it until God tells me to stop.
Well, folks, at the beginning of the video, you saw a couple of pictures. That's what they've been doing to us all week long. And that's spray, spray, spray. And we got us a really nice banging thunderstorm out of it that you're just about to see. Well, all that other spraying besides what we made the videos on, this is what you get from it, folks. Pouring down rain and storms just won't quit. They won't quit. All they want to do is manipulate what the good Lord has already provided and create problems. The main thing they're wanting to create is their narrative for the CC. Charlie Lima Indigo Mike Alpha Tango Echo Charlie Hotel Alpha, man, lightning. November Golf Echo. Man, that was a big bolt of lightning. I mean a big one over there. Gracious. Serious bolt of lightning just hit over there. I mean a nice one. That rain won't stop. And look at there, folks. I told you about that tree that sheds its leaves. They are all gone. None whatsoever. Pouring down rain. Man, that was a big lightning bolt. And folks, I told you, it's been pouring down rain, and when water stands on a slight incline, there's serious rain falling. And I mean to tell you, it has flat out come down through here and has done some raining. I bet we got 1 inch plus in the last hour and a half. And you can see it's washed clean around the buildings and started down the hill and headed right for the river. Exactly where it's headed. But we got to get the chickens put up and get them squared away and try to keep keep everything as dry as possible. Keep the feed dry and everything else. Goodness, it's coming down. It's still coming down. Not heavy as it was, but it's still coming down. That rain barrel. Slap full. Get in here and see if we can check on our chickens. Man, it's washed in here bad. My goodness. Dark in here. Can't see a thing. I was going to let you see Rudy. Well, folks, while we were struggling to load last night's video, May Day for food, I was texting back with Holly, and she told me that as soon as it loaded, people were reading the descriptions, and the registries were already receiving orders for food. Thank y'all. The goal now, folks, is to help these folks get this food that they're needing so bad up to them before the cold weather. We're finding out about people that are needing bridges that are wading the rivers, wading the creeks, crawling up and down these boulders and things to cross on little tiny footbridges that have been built. And these folks are wondering this year how they're going to continue to do so when the rocks are frozen, when there's snow on the ground, when it's 20 degrees. So we want to get this food to the relief centers as quick as possible so that these folks that are needing it so bad can possibly do some stockpiling so they don't have to cross these frozen rivers, wade through the snow, and walk for who knows how far to get food. Tim Buchanan, who received his bridge just a week and a half ago, was in that same situation, wondering how he was going to cross that river at his age, risk falling, possibly breaking a bone, possibly out trapped in the water and freeze to death because he's waiting on a bridge and needing food. Well, folks, I can report that immediately after the video aired, May Day for food, the registries began seeing activity. And with the activity, that means these relief centers are going to start seeing some food. We want to get this started as quick as possible. You know, sometimes it snows up there in October. So we've got about 3 weeks to try to get these folks some food, get that stuff for them. And that way they can get in and get what they need, get back across the rivers and everything before it gets really cold. Because once it starts getting cold and everything, those wooden footbridges, those steel footbridges are going to be getting covered with frost and ice and all that type stuff. And then crossing those rivers are going to become extremely hazardous. So we want to get a jump on it. I think that's the thing to do, be proactive and get that going. Get these relief centers well stocked. That way, this gives the folks an opportunity to lessen their chances of falling in the river, getting frostbite, getting sick, and that type thing. And this will greatly benefit them and hopefully take some anxiety off of them that they're already talking about. And that's how they're going to get back and forth across this river to get, get food or whatever, gas, propane, whatever it may be. So this will give them a chance to get ahead of what's coming. Folks, thank you for joining us here tonight on Deep River Farm. I hope everybody has a blessed day. We're going to have another report tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. So set your notification bell. Subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber, and we'll see you tomorrow night.